Hi. Okay, well, we're going to start getting ready for our first online worship service. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be fun. It's going to be maybe a little clunky. Maybe it won't be perfect the first time. There's a lot of fun and freedom in that for me. So I'm going to send you some information today about how to get onto our online worship call. So we're going to do it as a Zoom because I'm hearing consistently that you want to be able to talk to each other. And that will allow different people to participate in leading worship the way we do when we gather together. So I am going to send that in an email today, and I'll also include this video in that email. I'm also going to include some information here about how you can set up a space in your home to get ready for worship. Nathan and I are both working from home for the most part over the next few weeks, and we now have kids who are home for the next few weeks, which means we have also been setting up space in our house for where the work will happen and where school will happen from home, where kids will do some communicating with their teachers and their classmates and figuring out how we adjust and modify to the weeks that are ahead. So in the same way, I want you to think about where will you worship at home and what kind of space will you create there. One of the things we love about St. Charles is we say that sanctuary is a thin space. But it doesn't mean it's the only place where the holy is. It doesn't mean it's the only place where the divine meets us. It doesn't mean it's the only place where we encounter the sacred. So I want you to give some thought today, whether you live alone or you live with a bunch of people. Think together, how will you make some kind of dedicated space to center yourself in these weeks, and then be in that space as you prepare for our Zoom worship together. So more information coming later in this video about that, as well as a reminder now that even though we are not physically meeting together, the financial work of the church continues. There is still staff to be paid, and I know that sounds like a plug for myself, but my priority is especially hourly staff. There are still bills to be paid. We still need to keep the lights on and the water running for our community partners. All of that needs to happen. So we ask that you do one of two things. If you are comfortable attempting to give through PayPal, you can do that through our website and just make a payment online. And then if you are in a financial position to give for an entire month and not just a week at a time, that would be a great gift to the church right now, but only if you have the capacity to do so. We are not asking anybody to put their grocery money and their survival money into the church right now. But if you have the flexibility and the capacity to give for an entire month, that would be beautiful. And if that makes you nervous doing any of the online stuff, you can still mail checks in. Leadership team and staff are all taking a day each week to just go by the church and check on things, pull any mail that needs to be sorted, and then any check that comes in will go into a weekly deposit. PayPal just allows us to make that transfer immediate, so the money's available there. That's a lot of information, so enjoy the next part of this video that gives you some, hopefully, creative, imaginative inspiration to make your own worship space at home. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock on Zoom. Start looking around your house for a space where you or you and your family can gather to prepare yourselves for worship. Maybe you've got a spot in your house like we do where all of your Mardi Gras stuff is still piled up. Walk around your house and find things that inspire you. Where do you see little corners of beauty that you can include in your worship space? What about a junk corner? What about your garage? What about a closet? Shop your house, look at the things you already have, and start to make a collection that you or you and your family will pull together. Then bring it to your spot and have a place where you can center yourself.